I want to explain a present simple. In present simple, we should put a subject, then a verb, then the rest of sentence. We use the present simple to express the idea that an action or repeated or usual. The action can be habit, a hobby, a daily event, a scheduled event, or something that often happens. It can also be something a person often forgets or usually does not do. We add s or es to the verb when we have she or he or it. For example, she works in an office. He works in an office. It works in an office. And we don't add anything with I, you, we, and they. Like, for example, I work in an office. You work in an office. We works in an office. They work in an office. Most verbs add s like works, eats, drives, and runs. Verb normally add es when they end with o, like do, we make it does. When verbs end with s or x or ch or sh, we add es and we say it like is, like miss, misses, mix, mixes, catch, catches, push, pushes. The negative sentence: subject, then do or does, then not, then verbs, then the rest of sentence. I do not work in an office. You do not work in an office. And we and they the same. She doesn't not work in an office. Doesn't for she and he and it. Yes or no questions. Do or does plus subject, then verb, then the rest of sentence, then the question mark. Do I work in an office? Don't forget the question mark. Do you work in an office? Do we work in an office? Do they work in an office? And she and he and it always take does and question mark. Answers to yes or no questions. Yes, then subject, then do or does. Yes, I do, or yes, you do, or yes, we do, or yes, they do. The same. And yes, she does, he does, it does. And answer for the no, no, then subject, then do not or don't, does not or doesn't. No, I don't, and the same this three. And no, she and he and it doesn't. In WH questions, WH word, then do or does, then subject, and then the verb infinitive, then the rest of the sentence. WH words are what, where, when, why, how, where do I work, where do you work, where they work, where does he work, or where does she work, or where does it work. Let's practice. Number 1, the school opens, because we should hear what is, because the school, it. At 6 and closes, we should put s here because it refers to school. Number 2, I have a car, the same, because I take have, but I don't use it. Don't because it refers to I. Okay. And number 3, what we should put here do. Do you do? I am an engineer, because we have question mark.